What is Twitter Analytics? Twitter Analytics is a built-in tool in Twitter that will show you how your audience is responding to your content, what's working and what's not. You can use this data to optimize your future Twitter campaigns and get better results. How Twitter Analytics will accelerate your growth. Twitter Analytics will tell you which tweet got more engagement, how many people followed or unfollowed you, which days or months your performance were better, and how many people visited your profile. Plus, how many times you were mentioned, your top tweets, top mention, and top media tweets. You can check out your video performance, and also you can check out details of each tweets in order of tweets and days in CSV files and many other things. So using this data, you will be able to extract insights from your data, make data-driven decisions, and share the contents that you already know it will get more engagement. And this is how your page performance will be better and your growth will be much more faster. Let's see how to use Twitter Analytics. Check out the Twitter Analytics from the desktop version of Twitter. So if you didn't activate it yet, it's simple. I'll show you the way. So to start, what happened? Oh, my cat is calling me. All right, so for a start, you have to click on more here on the left side of your desktop version Twitter, and you have the analytic here. If you click on it, it will show you the homepage of Twitter Analytics if you activate it. If not, just simply by clicking on activation CTA, it will show you this page. So on homepage, as you can see, you have your data here of your account. In previous 28 days, you have the summary of most important metrics like tweet impressions, profile visits, and followers. And beside the number, you have the I forgot to silence my phone, sorry guys. So beside the number, we have the percentage of growth. As you can see, for example, 40% down comparing to previous 28 days was for the total for tweet impressions. So tweet impression of this account in 28 days were 45% down. As you can see, for profile visit is 37, and for followers is number of followers decreased by 20. So beside that, you can check out data for each month. Since this account was inactive, so for April it doesn't have any tweets, it didn't tweet it yet, but it had some impression on previous tweets, as you can see here, profile visits. And be aware that if you have mentioned, it will add here. So since this account didn't have any mention, we don't have the data here, but 12 people in April, which is around 20 days, unfollowed this page. For March, which is 1 month earlier, we have some tweets in this account. So we have tweet highlights like top tweets, as you can see, which earned, the top tweet earned more than 250 impressions. Top mentioned, which is for engagement, and top media tweet with 33 impressions. These are for March, and as you can see, we have mentions here because the 21 times other accounts mentioned this account in March 2022. So the profile visit we can see, a new follower which is -20, which means 20 people unfollowed this page in March. So if we go further, we can see all those data for different months like February, and next will be January, and it will go on and on. So you can check out every month, you can check out all the details. So this is very crucial and interesting data that you can use, but we have much more coming up. So this was the home page. If we go to next tab, which is the tweets, it will get even more interesting. So in 28 days, previous to it, in 28 days, this account had more than 300 impressions, but I can't change the duration. For example, from February, let's update, and that's much more different because in previous 2 months this account was inactive, but before that it had some activities. So more than 4,000 impressions in 8 days, and you can see the list of the tweets in that duration, impressions of each tweet, engagement and engagement rate. Beside that, on the right side, you can see very important metrics like engagement rate, which is 4%, and be aware that all those data will change as you change your time frame. So and it has some charts. Actually, it's a line chart. You can see which day you had more engagement or less engagement. Next, we have link click. If you have any links on your tweets, number of retweets, likes, and replies in total in that 80 days. Let's check out by month. For example, January 2022. So as you can see, wow, it's very different. More than 27,000 impressions in only 31 days. Engagement rate is here. So as you can see, we have different tabs also here. You can check out top tweets, the top tweets, and yep, and it will show you for all of those tweets in that time frame you just chose. Next, we have tweet and replies. You can check out those two, and if you had any ads, you can check out the promoted tweets here. But one thing, it's very interesting that you can export this data by tweet or by day. What's the difference? The difference is if you want to check out which tweet got more engagement or which tweet was better, so you have to download it by tweet. Let's check them out. So if I download this, it will give us each tweet data in very detail of each section. I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually it should download just in a second. All right, there you go. So if I click on it, wow, there's a lot of data here. We have tweet link, tweet text, the time you tweeted, number of impressions each tweet got, number of engagements, the engagement rate, number of retweets, replies, likes, user profile click, URL click, hashtag click, detail expands, app opens, app install, follows, email tweet, dial phone, media views, and almost everything you might need are here. And if I, for example, want to monitor by day, which day I had better performance and which day and not so much. So if I click on data by day and it's downloading, all right, so it will give us sort by day. So for example, on this day, this account published 4 tweets which bring more than 600 impressions, 28.7 engagement rate was this number, as you can see, number of retweets, replies, likes, and almost everything else that we already just saw for by tweet file that we downloaded. So it's everything we will need is. And the last section, if you have any video, it will show you here the data, the metric, but in this account didn't have any video, so there is no data here. And these two options here, conversion tracking and event managers, is mostly used for ads, because when you do for example promote your apps, you will need to track how many app installs you had and many other things. For that, you need to open up an account in one of these conversion tracker websites, and you can track your conversion much more accurate. and you can I don't know what happened here, but you can set events for your websites too. So I don't know what's actually, oh, okay, I have some ad blocker, that's why, so I'll check it later. But these two options here, the conversion tracking and event manager, it's not in the scope of this video, but it maybe I'll create another video for that. If you think that's necessary, please comment below the video.